Hello, welcome into another Union Football Coaches Show. That's Kirk Frederick, the head coach of the Redskins. I'm Rick Corey, and here we are after a game against Owasso. And, Coach, never an easy trip to Owasso. Bill Blankenship's got them rolling out there, and that's a pretty good football team.
Yeah, it is. It's a really good football team, and we went into the game, we talked to our kids about let's find out how much better we are. You know, if you were not playing one of the best teams, you wouldn't really know. And so I couldn't be more proud of the way our kids are. You know, it seems I said something the other day. I've never talked about moral victories or looking for bright things when you lose. But when you're 0-4, you got to find some of those things. And our kids didn't play like an 0-4 team. They played outstanding. They actually encouraged me and inspired me as their coach of how hard they played. I asked them to play the first half as hard as they could play. And we came in at halftime, and even being down, our kids were like, we know we can play with these guys, and I couldn't be more proud of the way that they handled the game. I think we showed improvement. Obviously, there's some big things that Owasso did to us, so got to give them credit for those things. We definitely lost the kicking game. We gave up 153 yards in the kicking game, and we had a pick six and 3 turnovers. So overall, in the first 4 games, you could probably say special teams and turnovers have really hurt us in some of these games. And I think if we could find a way getting through district and get to playoffs and correct some of those mistakes, I think we'll have a good football team.
Well, it's been through such a grind in these first 4, and maybe now you can kind of build on those things as you go forward. Let's take a look at the stats from this first half, or this first game, or this Owasso game, pardon me. 17 first downs for Owasso, Coach. That obviously jumps out at you, but you had nice rushing yards at 181.
Yeah, we did. We ran the football a lot better than I thought we would going into the game. Owasso's got a great defensive front. Really proud of the way our offensive line started to gel just a little bit, and A.J. Green played very well at tailback. And then I thought we played third downs pretty well defensively. I think we held Owasso on third down to about 23% on third downs. Now they did go for it on a couple of fourth downs, probably a big one that on a drive that they scored on that really hurt us, where they converted on fourth. But overall, I thought defensively we played fairly well, and it's again just offensively we've got to continue to be more consistent. It felt right. Obviously we scored 14 points, but things started to feel better, started to feel more correct, I guess I should say. And we just hope we can move forward and keep getting better and better.
Well, you talk about getting better. A.J. Green's getting better all the time, and he's your offensive player of the week.
Yeah, A.J. did a great job. Obviously scored a touchdown, had about 80 yards rushing, but, pretty tough kid, played very consistent, did a nice job with that. We had a touchdown called back on a penalty. So, I mean, there were some things in the game that really could have swung the game either way. Again, got beat by 20, but it sure didn't feel that way.
And then Shane Fields defensively, he's a guy that all year has been around the football.
Yeah, we had a lot of guys play well defensively, but Shane has been such a mainstay for us, being that senior linebacker. We actually had 3 linebackers out the other night, and Shane was the remaining guy. And when we get these guys back, we're going to have a dilemma as coaches because all those linebackers are playing well. We'll have great depth there when we get those guys back. But Shane played really well, 8 tackles, had a sack, couple of tackles for loss, and really proud of Shane.
If there's ever a year you need depth, this is the year you need depth. And then T.J. Cowan, he's just been solid.
T.J. did a really good job, made all the PATs, which is really important. I mean, you got to get that extra point. We talked to our guys about that. That's not a given at any time. But for us, he was able to punt really well. We got one inside the 10, got the down one, and almost got a safety out of that possession after that. So punting is obviously a big part of the football game. We won the punt, meaning that we actually punted net more yards than Owasso did. So that's a positive within our special teams.
All right, so when we come back, we'll take a look at the first half highlights. Owasso and Union in Owasso. That's next on the Union Football Coaches Show.
For more than 50 years, Central States Orthopedics and Eastern Oklahoma Orthopedic Center have been the area's leading orthopedic and sports medicine providers. And now, we've joined forces as Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma. One name, one focus. Excellent orthopedic and sports medicine care. Together, we serve as the team physicians for almost every high school and university in the region. We are the area's leading expert for work-related injuries, and our surgical hospital is the only 5-star rated hospital in Tulsa. Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma. Come see why we're better together.
Hey Union students, show off your Union spirit by wearing Union gear, only available at the UWear store. The UWear store has athletic gear, clothing, and other merchandise so that you and your friends can look stylish while repping the U. The UWear store has the best quality items and is partnered up with major brands such as Nike, Under Armour, and even Champion. For a limited time, Union High School students who present their ID at checkout will receive 10% off all items. So stop by the UWear store today and reward yourself with some awesome gear.
Welcome back. This is the Union Football Coaches Show. I'm Rick Court with Kirk Frederick, the head coach. We are going to take a look at the first half highlights of Union and Owasso. Let's get right to it. Always a nice atmosphere, and we are talking about a really nice night for football.
Yeah, it was great weather the other night after having so many hot Friday nights, and for the weather to be as nice as it was. Outstanding atmosphere for our guys' first district game. Very appreciative of our spirit groups and the crew for having our guys enter the field, and just a lot of spirit from our guys, especially when the stadium's about 25% occupied. It's always good to see some students there on the field leading us on. Come out quick to Gage Arthur. Rovon gets a quick ball out to him. AJ really strong, good stiff arm, picks up a couple of yards to the outside. Get Rovon a little Q sweep, picks up some nice yardage to get to the edge there. Come back trying to get the ball over here to a quick screen. Owasso does a good job with it, but AJ Strong picks up a couple more yards. Really nice job. Rovon on the draw picks up a few more, but unfortunately not quite enough to pick up the first down. Come back defensively again, starting to get the curse of some missed tackles in open field. Owasso does a good job into the boundary. Had a few guys with some alignment issues early, and then just unfortunately can't get the tackle in open space, and they score quickly. Come back offensively, get the stretch play to the outside. AJ picks up some. I really thought that Will Thomas at tackle played probably his best game of the year. Really enjoyed seeing Will play along with a lot of those offensive linemen. Rovon picks up the first down. Does a good job with it. You can see Big Will blocking on the edge there. Kicks the guy out. One thing about Will is he loves to finish blocks. He does a really good job with it. Get a ball tipped. We come back. Good punt down the field. Get a nice kick and roll. This is that one I talked to you about, a little over 50-yard punt there by Tyler, by TJ. Does a really good job with it.
Great coverage to be
good job going down the field with Brockett making down on the ball inside. Big D inside with Jackson Jennings. What a great play by Big D, comes in. You can see right here on a little D-line movement. Grabs the running back. He's getting blocked. And 340 pounds gets you right there. And forward progress, I think, had him just outside the end zone. But our guys are playing with a lot of energy. Quarterback gets tons of pressure on him by Matthias, and I think Shane off the edge on the other side, or it may have been Gavin Kaler, and they have to punt the ball away. Rovon with the run to the outside. Come back, and unfortunately we just don't get enough on the ball, and they read it really well. And then the pick six, and kind of puts us in a bad spot. Get to see how our kids are going to respond. Being down 14, that's one thing you can say about our kids, is they have continued to fight the entire time. Rhett Rogers, sophomore, plays outside backer for us, and has also been really instrumental in our kicking game, in our special teams, and love the energy of Rhett. Gets a big return for us, a lot of energy coming off the sideline after that. Got Grayson Tippis comes in, trying to hit Cheyenne down the field on the post, just off the fingertips with that. Nice cut by AJ inside. Offensive line doing a really good job. AJ again with the good cut. Excuse me, that's Junior Smith. Junior starting to play some tailback for us. Junior's a junior safety, and also plays tailback. Grayson keeps the ball in the read play to the outside. Things get covered up down the field. Grayson's got a lot of speed as well. People a little bit deceptive with him, I'm sure. Really splits the defense there. Nice job by Grayson. Protect that football, tuck it away, and is able to come in and get a first down. Come back with Junior. Runs the ball inside for a touchdown, and unfortunately gets called back. With Junior being new there, we kind of got a double double shift. He's got to wait just a little bit there on that step. Had 2 guys in motion, unfortunately, and gets called back. Come right back, Jaden Rowe plays corner. Also give him a ball on the sweep. Come back with Junior on that same play scored on. Doesn't quite pick it up, and then we kick a field goal and just miss the field goal. Puts the defense back on the field. Guys are playing well. Again, getting the ball to the outside. You see, I believe it was Jamari Ray comes up, makes a nice stop. Jackson Jennings has played really solid for us at defensive line. Those guys up front were in a war the other night, and they did a nice job. Gavin with pressure, and then Jamari Ray comes up with the nice interception. You can see the pressure by Shane and Gavin on the quarterback. Last 2 series he's been in there, that quarterback's been hit pretty good by those guys, and he has to throw the ball up, and pretty exciting on the sideline here and getting a big turnover, giving the ball to our offense here on that end of the field. Come back right after the fact, and we're able to hit Gage Arthur. Grayson and Gage have been playing together for a long time, and you can tell they've got a pretty good connection there. Great play call by Coach Maddox. Grayson puts the ball in there. Gage gets in there for the big touchdown.
It's a nice throw to the outside corner.
Yeah.
Like that. Got it over the guy's head.
Really nice. Actually, you know, I was making a little bit of an adjustment on the sideline right after the defense, and all of a sudden I hear everybody cheering. I didn't even see the play. So we were trying to get an adjustment made real quick because we scored so fast on that one. We were able to do that. Unfortunately, you know, just a breakdown and bust in our coverage. Owasso took advantage of it. You got to give those guys credit. They played really well in their kick return. And man, that momentum swings so fiercely in both directions, and you can see it right here. Just two things in a row. Just we just got to do better. We got to handle the kickoff. We got to cover the kickoff. Just got to do a better job. Defensively, he's in the hole now. They're down in the red zone. We've played a lot down in this end of the field this year, and our guys have played pretty fierce down in there. You see a big play by Matthias. Matthias comes in there. There's Jackson Jennings as well. Matthias played a great game. Those guys are playing tough down in the trenches.
And they're beating blocks to do it too.
Yeah, doing a really good job. There's Jackson with good pressure. There's Shane on 3rd down, does a nice job. Get with the play to the outside, reads the tailback. What a great job by Shane Fields. Gets a tackle for loss on a 3rd down. Comes back to 4th down. They throw the little cruise route underneath. Come on, Gavin, hang on to him. Don't let him get to the 1st down, and we pull him up short of the 1st down. What a great stop for our defense. Mishandled the low snap just a little bit. Grayson finds a way to make something positive out of it, and then we get the late hit, which really helps us on that play. But again, a competitor. Grayson is definitely a competitor. Love the way he competes and continues to try to help the team.
He is sneaky fast, isn't he?
Sneaky fast. I think he gets that from his mom, not his dad.
He's
Good
also
job.
smart there.
Yeah,
Reaching the ball.
reach out, get the ball, get the 1st down. They bring inside pressure. Got to set our feet just a little bit there. AJ catches that one. We might get a little bit more out of it. A little bit short. They tip this one away to that side, and so the drive stalls for us. Good job there. MT inside makes it from nose guard position, makes a nice play on the tailback. They give a little sweep play to the outside. Jaden Rose in there to make a nice stop, as well as some other guys. You can see here, again, our guys are they're hurting us a little bit with some of the cruise routes, little crossers underneath. Our guys are trying to find that route. There's those big defensive linemen, Big D and Jackson, making a nice play to the inside. Jackson Jennings is a junior, and then a big Demarion Thomas at nose guard. It's a nice play, tackle for loss. Get some good pressure inside. Got our guys at the point of attack. That's good defense, good swarm defense from our guys into the boundary. Got good pressure by Johnny Harrison underneath. Quarterback scrambles on us. We dropped underneath the zone just a little bit too much, and the quarterback made us pay for it. Defensively, do a nice job. They come with the play action, try to get over the top. Our guys covered it up well, something that we worked very hard on. Makai Belt did a great job covering that post on the play action. guys just clogging it up inside. Big D in there. You also see Devin Robinson. Devin Robinson came in as a sophomore, filled a role for us that night. You know, we don't talk a lot about different guys playing, but I guarantee you 2020, you're going to have a lot of different guys filling different roles throughout the year, just because of some different situations with guys having to set out games. Quarterback does a good job here. The Wildcat quarterback, we just misfit the play, gets it down to the end zone. Pretty tough situation there, and unfortunately we give up that score. Really tough because a couple of those third and fourth downs, I felt like we could have had a stop and kept them out of the end zone. Right before the half, see if we can get something going when they're playing a little bit softer up front. Trying to avoid the big shot over the top. AJ picks up some nice yards, good blocking up front. See Dorn hustling there, offensive guard. Just off the fingertips of Cheyenne. I think maybe he catches that slant. He might split him there. And then Junior comes in, gets a nice run for us as we end the half.
You know, if you take a look at that film, if you take out scoring plays, and I know you can't, but if you do, and you watch your defense play, you got to be really happy with the way those guys are swarming. It's just the occasional play really starts to hurt.
One thing I thought I saw our guys is we played extremely hard. That was something that I didn't think that in a couple of the other games earlier that we matched the intensity of our opponents. And so it's a thing that we challenged our kids with, and they rose to the occasion.
They are running the football. All right, when we come back, we'll see the second half highlights of Union and Owasso. That's next on the Union Football Coaches Show.
My dad's always saying a little extra effort now will really pay off later. Here's how you can put in just a little extra effort and help out our schools in a big way. Just switch your checking account to TTCU. It's easy. You get $150 just for switching. And every time you use your school pride card, TTCU donates to our schools. So far, over $1 million. They're the only ones doing that. So make the switch to TTCU and be the person who's making a difference for our schools.
Welcome back once again to the Union Football Coaches Show. Rick Corey along with head coach Kirk Frederick. So at the half, the message is?
Well, we were inspired by our kids, as I said earlier, that how hard they played, and we wanted to go try to win the second half. We knew the score we were down, obviously. We wanted to try to get a stop early, see if we could go get a score, try to get this close. And we challenged our guys, go win the second half. Let's don't worry about winning the football game. Let's see if we can win the second half.
All right, so let's get to the second half highlights, Union and Owasso.
Coming up early, we try to blitz a few gaps, and we just miss a little bit on that one. They pick up some good yards, positive yardage again. A few more yards, Jamari on the tackle. I love the play by Jamari right here. Great job from the safety position, picking up the fullback out of the backfield. Come in, squeeze it inside there by Jaden. The rest of the guys come in, make a nice stop. They come back with a little bit of their Wildcat game. There's Jackson Jennings again, D lineman, making a nice play. And then they mishandle the snap just a little bit. Gives us got some pressure by Brockett to the outside, and lo and behold, a little bit of pressure on their special teams. AJ come in, great block to the outside by Marley, and you see Big Will and those guys. And then I'm not sure how this one was blocked up, but we love the outcome of it. AJ reverses field, great block down the field by Grayson at quarterback, and we pick up some nice yardage. You see,
it's strength right here.
Yeah, a lot of strength inside there. Good job, good balance. AJ's always had great balance and good strength, and reverses field on it and makes it pretty exciting for us. Junior runs the ball really well inside, very patient, gets inside, does a good job, gets to the outside, probably should have cut that one back inside. Come back here with Grayson and make just off the fingertips, so close for us on that, and good play call. And unfortunately, they do a really nice job of our guys on the tight end coming off there. You can see Matthias coming inside. Get a hands to the face call there on fourth down. And that's one of those crazy things. It's not a roughing call, so it still stays fourth down. You just get half the distance on it. Come back with AJ on the fourth, and we're able to punch it in and get a touchdown out of it. They come back, take a quick shot down the field, and man, what an amazing catch by the receiver. Does a great job. They try to get Jaden Rowe, you know, his head down just a little bit after giving up a big play, and they come right back. They actually ran a couple of receivers on and off the field. And so as a corner, you've got to cover all three of those guys, but they can just walk fresh guys off. And I was really proud of Jaden and how well he continued to battle through that series. Mackay covers it deep down the other side, and man, we just turned one loose across there. Really, really tough on a 4th down to give that up. Makes it really tough on our guys, and I really think that you know, we still had a lot of momentum. You can see our guys battling tough inside, and unfortunately, we're just not able to finish the drive. That 4th down over route got to us, and they executed it well, and we didn't. Come back, Rovon comes in, does a nice job, pretty slippery inside. He's also another really strong guy. You can see our guys pushing and picking up some good yardage there. Junior comes in, makes a nice play inside, gets a face mask, gives us a couple of extra yards. We get a low snap. Tough situation there. Grayson snags it up and picks up a few yards with it. And just a couple of mishandled balls. We've got to find a way to get rid of some of the blunders that stall drives. Rovon comes back in, nice play, gets inside. We come back with a little play action down the field, trying to get it to Gage, and it's just right outside the line there. Give Gage a chance to get the ball. Grayson does a really good job of keeping the play alive under the pressure, and just not able to convert there on 4th down. They come back with kind of a reverse here. You see our guys chasing it down, a lot of big effort out of our defense. We talked to our defense a lot about playing well in the second half. We may give up a play or two, but don't let it turn into a touchdown. And you can see our guys battling tough. Big Jaden coming in with a nice stop there on the smoke screen. Guys up front playing well, clogging up some gaps inside, linebackers and D linemen. I think Demarion Thomas had 8 tackles as well the other night. That's pretty good from a nose guard.
That is really good.
Nate Marshall, guard inside, gets a great kick out block on the quarterback power. Come back, Grayson just lets that one sail just a little bit. And Owasso's back on offense. They get the stop. Nice play inside. I really like Matthias here. What a great job. Comes inside with big pressure inside. Matthias played with about 3 or 4 different injuries the other night, and I really thought that he played so tough. Another guy that I thought played well was our linebacker. Our Sam linebacker did a great job. Bryce Ashlock did an outstanding job, played extremely tough throughout the night. See defensively, get to a 3rd down, huge play underneath, big pressure inside by Matthias Robertson. You can see he comes in on 4th down, on 3rd and 4th down both, gets great pressure. We get Shane comes in with a nice sack, and what a big time stop for our guys on 4th down in the red zone.
And he's relentless because he's being blocked the whole time.
Yes, he is. Offense gets the ball back after a nice stop. We get Gage out there with the quick smoke screen. Come back with Rovon, a little quarterback run game. Picks up the 1st down. Using both quarterbacks, Grayson comes in. We try to get a ball down the field. And unfortunately, it just sails on us a little bit, and they're able to pick that ball off. Their secondary does a really good job of finding those plays. Got Junior Smith on the tackle. Again, we talked to our guys. One of the goals we have defensively is don't give up any 4th quarter touchdowns. And again, playing with a lot of pride. We know we're down quite a bit, but we've got to continue to play tough. Their running back does a good job. We don't wrap up. You can tell that getting toward the end of the 4th quarter, guys have played really tough. And we've got to continue to try to keep these drives stalemated and get the ball back to our offense. Really good job again by Matthias. I mean, just getting double teamed, getting held, all those things, and still making plays. Doesn't complain, just tries to make play after play after play. Got the pressure, got the intentional grounding, which gives the ball back to our offense. AJ with nice, tough running inside, again showing some of that strength. Good block by Pratt. Pratt makes a nice play to the outside. AJ making a few cuts, picks up a few yards as the game expires, and again, couldn't be more proud of our kids. We've got to start winning a few football games, but I think that's in our future if we keep playing that hard.
Well, and that's the thing, is you did challenge them to play hard. And all you have to do is watch that tape, and you're seeing guys fight through blocks. Guys are continuing. There are busts, and there's certainly things to work on, but the effort's there.
Yeah, the effort's there, and I think we're getting better. I really do. We've played some really tough opponents these first 4 football games, and we get into district. Now we're in that race. We're down 0-1, so we've got to pick up some wins and try to get ready for week 11 when the playoffs start.
Well, there are some good pictures from this game. We'll come back and do that. We'll get a little of that with up close and personal, some David Fisher photos, and we'll kind of wrap it up and talk about what's ahead for Union next on the Union Football Coaches Show.
Are you out of high school and looking for a career? At Tulsa Tech, you can explore exciting opportunities in IT, aviation, automotive, manufacturing, visual arts, and more. And Tulsa Tech offers a tuition-free scholarship for adults 18 to 23 years old. That's what I said, free. It's called the Accelerating Independence Scholarship. It's like fast-tracking into a career you love, can make money in, and a career with a future. Find out more about Tulsa Tech's Accelerating Independence Scholarship at tulsatech.edu.
Welcome back here to the Union Football Coaches Show. The head coach, Kirk Frederick. I'm Rick Corey. Let's get right to our pictures. David Fisher put together some great pictures. And by the way, for these and others like this, you can go to dcfisherphotos.com.
Got a good photo here of Rovon Banks, junior quarterback, athlete, doing a great job, continuing to get better and better. You see Grayson Tempest, the other quarterback, sophomore. Grayson doing a nice job. AJ Green. You can see the way his eyes are down the field, reading the secondary defender. Here's Junior. We talked about Junior Smith. Junior also plays safety for us, but is a very talented tailback, doing a great job. There he is again. Kind of as he got through the line, as he goes in to score. Outstanding job. Love the way he carries the football, protects the football. That's perfect form there. Here's AJ again, holding that ball high and tight. You see Gage Arthur in the background. Gage had a really good game. By the way, Gage, number 15 is the one you were supposed to block on that one. Now Gage does a great job.
Always coaching.
Oh, yeah, always coaching. Here's Junior again. Really love seeing the ball in his hands. Got to do it a few more times. Grayson keeping the play alive, scrambling out of the pressure, using some of the speed that he has. But the thing about it, he's always got his eyes down the field. Looking for those guys. And then we talked about Shane. Shane getting blocked and making plays at the same time. Great job there by Shane. Fields, senior linebacker. You can see Jaden Rowe, corner, coming in at the end there.
Gang tackle.
Oh, a bunch of guys. R.J. Wilson, defensive lineman, defensive end, coming in. You see Johnny Harrison as well. And then there's that offensive line. Again, they've taken some hits the last few weeks, and this week I really enjoyed seeing the way they improved, and really proud of those guys.
Again, dcfisherphotos.com. You can find pictures like that and more. All right, so let's just be upfront and honest right now. Yeah. Putnam City's supposed to be on the schedule this weekend. As you're watching this, you may know more than we do. Where are we? Yeah,
so the game has been postponed because of, you say the word COVID, and there's a lot of things that can take place, but whatever district policies that they have, I know that right now that they're discussing whatever levels or however that might be, and this could be the way it is the rest of the year. But for right now, it's postponed. We'll look at trying to reschedule it. How do you reschedule when you don't have open dates? Maybe you look at fall break, you squeeze one in on a Monday. You might play a varsity game on a Monday night. You may turn around and play the next Saturday. So we're trying to get all these games in, but tune in to Twitter. Maybe this show next week we'll be talking about PCO, or we might be not have the show because we didn't have a game. We'll find out either way. Just tune in and join us. It's going to be like this all year long, and if you think it's hard for you, think about him. Think about what this guy's got to go through. And either way, we'll talk to you next time. This is Football Coach.